What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the You Know Ball podcast. And I am very, very blessed to have in the house today a viral Twitter legend right now. We got the newest internet celebrity, the newest famous Eagles fan live from Camden, New Jersey. We got Ken Walk. What's going on, Ken?
What's going on, my man? We live. We do. Go Birds, baby. Go Birds. Let's go.
So what's it been like to be this viral internet sensation over the last week or so?
I mean, honestly, the highest of keys, extremely blessed, extremely, humbled by the whole thing. I'm glad that people enjoy what I had to say. I'm glad that Philly fans got to see what I know they felt that shit. Maybe they weren't feeling my South Jersey's the same thing as Philly, but we can get into that one a little later. But extremely honored and humbled and blessed that everyone was liking my interview. I hope they like my gritty at the end. I got more of that to come. But yeah, just excited, honored, and excited for the next tailgate, bro.
Let's get
this Sunday, D6, bro. Pop out. It's gonna be
Let's
lit.
get it. Let's get it, bro. All right, so since you're coming on, this is obviously a Sixers podcast, but we got to talk about the Birds because obviously we're both big Birds fans. You you're repping the hat. We got it going on. So first off, how hype are you for this Bird season and how the 3-0 start? What's your feeling? What's your vibe right now?
So this is something that I really appreciate about Philly fans and us in general is that we are fanatics. We do tend to hyperbole, if that makes sense, but we're not dumb fans. We're not stupid. We're not delusional. We know what the fuck we're watching when we see it. And 3-0 is really good. It's great. I'm excited. I'm like beyond elated. We're only undefeated team in the NFC, right?
There's two undefeated teams, one in the AFC, the Dolphins.
One in the AFC, right? I'm talking, the Dolphins and then the Eagles, right?
And the Giants lost last night.
Yeah, fuck the Giants, yeah.
That's right.
That game was so trash, by the way, but we'll talk about that one later. But yeah, so the 3-0 start, I think it's great. I think people are going to say, I heard some people saying that, their schedule wasn't that hard or these teams aren't that good. But
right.
The Vikings are beating up on the Packers, you know what I'm saying? So they have it in them. Kirk Cousins can't do shit on Monday night. That's forever a thing. But if we catch him on a Sunday afternoon, it might be a little different. But Darius Slay is going crazy this season, shutting down Justin Jefferson like that. And then our defensive line was eating up on the Commanders. So I think in all aspects of the game so far, the Eagles have shown that they can be one of the best teams in the NFL in every from run defense to pass defense. Pass offense, run offense. So I'm really excited. I think Sirianni got the culture going really good. And yeah, I don't know. Jags this weekend, Dougie P's return. It's gonna be a game of two different classes of Philly coaching for the future. We're not Doug Peterson's team anymore. We're Sirianni's team, but are we past Doug enough that what Doug thinks he can do against us will work? You know what I'm saying? Because their weaknesses, how those guys worked on those things. Who knows? We'll see this Sunday. But yeah, real excited. Obviously, in my head, we're going 17-0, but we'll see how that goes.
Bro, look at the schedule for the rest of the year. I'm predicting right now. We can talk about the record because first off, agree with everything you said. The team is stacked. We got on both sides of the ball. Jalen Hurts looks fucking incredible.
Dogs at every position.
We're dog-pilled here. We know that you need to have that dog in you in order to win these competitive and honestly, not even competitive games outside of week one. I looked into it. The Eagles have not been down in a game since the beginning of quarter 2 against the Lions in week 1. They have led ever since in every single game. So you could say weak schedule shit, and I understand that. I get that. Don't get me wrong here.
But look at it. There's a thing too. Look at the point differential in these games too. People want to say, they didn't score in the second half or anything. Bro, we're running the ball. We're running the clock. We're not even trying to score again. We're up by 20. We're obviously you could put 30, 40 on their heads or whatever. But bro, why waste wide receiver routes on these shitty teams? Wait for that AJ Brown deep ball, against Dallas in November when we need that game. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You got to preserve yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Just run the ball. Just run the ball. Give Kenny Galladay a couple. Or Gainwell. He needs a couple carries so he can take away from Miles Sanders' fantasy points because I'm playing him this weekend. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro.
Yo, if you're listening, please, Kenny Gainwell, I would appreciate that.
Yeah, shout out to Gainwell, bro. Kenneth, feel me? We got that connection, bro.
So 3-0 start, undefeated. Everything's going great. I don't know about you, but having gone up against Washington this early in the season and absolutely destroying Carson Wentz
that was the exact game that Philly needed too, by the way. We needed all of his sins to be repented, and he did. Being sacked 9 times, bro. I really feel for Carson now. I can finally be like, damn, he left, and he's actually in a worse spot now. Like, actually, you know what I mean? Because it's kind of like when Reed left the Eagles. Like, we got our Super Bowl, so then when Andy Reid got his, we could cheer for him because we know he struggled with us and he struggled with the Chiefs as well. And now it's obviously like kind of like fuck the Chiefs, but you know we still love Big Red. We still love Big Red. So, but like now for Carson, you know he went to who do you go after? Colts, right? Went to the Colts with Frank, right? We thought, oh, maybe that situation works out. They got a running game. They fucking suck. They lost the clown. They didn't make it to the playoffs. They choked. They did exactly what Wentz does. So him now being on a shitty ass organization like the commies, the Commanders down in DC, drain the swamp, whatever. I can kind of feel for him, you know. And it is sad how Wentz's career is on. I'll be honest, but you know he's still making however much money that he shouldn't be owed in Washington, and hopefully
he's making a lot still.
Enough to finish the season so we can play him twice. You mean?
I have a friend who thinks this is his last contract in the NFL. They think he's done after this.
I wouldn't say that because I think because you can look like other quarterbacks in the NFL and any chances they've gotten. Carson, has had been on winning teams, so there's going to be some coach out there, some crazy ass quarterback coordinator who's going to be like, I can fix him. And we all know he can't be fixed, bro. He is who he is. But there's going to be someone out there who's like, oh, I can make him into Brady. I can make him into Foles or some bullshit like that. Nah, he's Carson Wentz. It's how it is. He plays electric. He plays kind of dumb.
Yeah, 100%.
Not done sometimes. He's a good fantasy quarterback when he's not playing the Birds. And I think he's a humble presence in your locker room, but I'm curious on how he really is in the locker room because these Eagles 30 for 30s that we're going to get in like 10, 15 years from now about us winning the Super Bowl and then our team fucking collapsing and dissipating and the coach of the team that won the first Super Bowl for the Phillies or for the Eagles, I mean, was fired within 5 years. Like that totally was against the mold of the modern NFL. Yeah. So we're going to have to see. There's a lot of like untold things about that. I don't know.
I mean, I agree with you. I think there's a team that is dumb enough that they always think they can, especially the guy number 2 overall pick was an MVP candidate in his second season. But the thing is, as you said, he plays his pocket awareness and his football IQ is so low when it comes to like someone said this perfectly the other day on Twitter. They said it's like when the edge rusher gets past him, he just forgets that they're behind him and he'll run direct. Like he did that a few times on Sunday where the offensive line was really bad. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, when the edge rusher is getting by you, you need to have the awareness of you can't scramble directly into where they are. And someone said it's like he's a toddler and he doesn't have object permanence. And the second that it's outside of his range, he forgets that they're there.
Has Buddy ever like ridden a bike? Can't just like be biking this way, look real quick, just a little, you know, over the shoulder, like
periphery.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no peripheral whatsoever. Like I don't know what kind of face mask he's got. He might need one of those like new weirder looking helmets without the face mask on it, so more peripheral. But there's a thing about the NFL too. Is like I'm pretty sure Nick Foles is still rostered right now, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, he's a backup for the Colts, right? Yeah, he's a backup for the Colts.
Yeah, exactly. So the way the NFL works, there's always connections, and I imagine Carson's like a you know Christian good fella. You know, he's got a little bit of like Tim Tebow in him, a little bit, just like the littlest bit, and And, those old fashioned NFL dudes, they eat that up.
Oh,
so,
of course.
Ron
Rivera.
Yeah, exactly. He's the type of character we need on our team, or whatever. So he'll be employed. He'll still be a millionaire. He'll still be out there hunting in the fucking mountains. We'll be partying in the Super Bowl. Bro. We'll be on Broad Street again. Yeah, bro.
That's absolutely right. 100%. Totally agree. But no, I do tend to agree that I think that Wentz will probably have a place. But let's not talk about Wentz for any longer. He sucks. And also
we're over Wentz. We're over Wentz. He was the ex we saw with an uglier dude. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, ugly dude. Like, I'm way sexier than that dude, bro. You messed up. You fumbled this bag, bro. You fumbled this bag, bro.
You know the vibes. So, all right. So I do just want to say, you said, Foles is still, at least Foles won a Super Bowl. Matt Barkley is still a backup in the NFL.
And I saw, actually, real quick, this is some shit that was pissing me off, bro. ESPN, all these fucking multi-billion-dollar corporations are pushing the Bills, the Chargers, like just pushing all that shit on us because they got the nice young quarterback or whatever. Like just put they did a special on the fucking Bills quarterback room. It was fucking Josh Allen. Okay. He's still young though, right? And then it said Barkley, and I didn't even remember who the third guy's name was, but they did a whole special on these Bulls before the game, and I was just like, what the hell am I watching? Like they did this like little report, like it was like Tom Brady's fucking QB room that was actually professional or some shit. Like Matt Barkley is your backup, bro. And you're talking about the class of your QB room, the talent that you've acquired in your QB room. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? I couldn't believe that shit. I was watching on ESPN.
He was the number one recruit like 15 years ago, so they hold on to it.
That's like me. That's like me being like, oh yeah, I got number one in the fucking pie eating contest in 3rd grade, bro. Like that shit doesn't count anymore, bro. Like that shit doesn't count anymore. I'm sorry. Like
agreed. It's in the past. Dude. No, I agree. We should take down the billion-dollar corporations who are ignoring the Eagles. Speaking of that, the NFL, the Ringer NFL. Are you familiar with the Ringer publication? They do like NBA and NFL and pop culture stuff.
I have heard of the Ringer. Yes, I've never read it personally because
you're
not that much. But
I feel you.
No. I just want but yeah, no.
No, but the Ringer enemies of Philadelphia right now ranked us number 7th in the power rankings this week.
7th, like as in like for the Birds, for the Eagles.
The Eagles are 7th in the NFL in their power rankings for this week.
Who's 1 through 6? Do you know
Bills, the Bills, the Dolphins, the Bucks, the Packers, the Ravens, and
the Ravens?
That's what I was like. The Ravens?
What?
Yeah.
What? So real quick too. Okay, so you say Ravens. I could see us being better than the Bucks. I can see us better than the Ravens, and I can see us being better than the fucking Packers. The Packers defense was looking good the other night, though. I'm not gonna lie, but so is the Bucks defense. I don't know what's with these games that are supposed to be like these. The NFL keeps trying to recreate that Chiefs Rams game where it was like 54-51. Yeah, they want that game so bad, but these teams that have
the one in the regular season, not the
in the regular season. Yeah, in the regular season, they keep trying to make these matchups, bro. But these teams like have too good defenses, and it's too early in the year, so like they're not putting up these type of numbers. They're wasting all these good matchups, bro. I don't know why
also, the quarterbacks are really like honestly, I think the reason why you would believe in the Ravens is because Lamar Jackson's fucking incredible, but their defense is really bad.
Yeah, and dude, this isn't like the Ravens of old. Like
Lamar's all really offense.
To carry him on their back, and they gotta hope he doesn't have to shit during the game. You know.
Yeah, that's important. I would say that's definitely a concern, But yeah, no, I think we were 7th, even going 3-0 was I might have forgot a team in there, but the Dolphins were up there. Like the teams that were ahead of us all had one loss, and it's like, so we kicked the shit out of the Vikings, and the Packers
absolutely cunt punted them, bro. They didn't even know what hit them, bro. Real shit.
and the Packers got their ass kicked by the Vikings. But the Packers are better than us because they just won a close game and then beat a bad team.
Yeah. I see these lists are specifically made for people like me to look at and fucking tweak on because I'm like, who thought of this? Who thought this was good? Who thought they could put this out there, bro? They should have their what you say,
Credentials?
fucking publishing degrees or whatever taken away. But I can't believe like these companies allow these people to put these fucking lists out because they just are just so absurd sometimes. I think the Eagles being at 7 for like national media company is kind of all right though, because they're not like us. They're not tapped in. They don't know what's good. They want to claim they know what's
sleeping.
good. And then they see fans like us and they think, oh, those guys, they're wilding the fuck out. When in reality, we're like really just tapped in on the pulse of what the city feels and what the team feels. You feel me? Like we know what's going on. So and here's another thing too. This is something I learned from the Bengals last year. Is I think, let them hate, bro. Let them hate. Because when Hurts is dropping 350, 150, and 3 tutties on your ass in fucking week 12, and they're like, oh, yeah, the birds weren't real the whole time. We'll be seeing what happens. You know what I mean?
What do they say? Hungry dogs?
Hungry dogs run faster, baby. You feel me, bro? Yes, sir. We got some starving dogs over here, bro. I'm hungry as hell, bro. I ain't even had breakfast yet, bro. Get me going, bro. Let's get this going.
It's past noon. He hasn't even had breakfast, folks. That's how hungry he is.
Yeah, bro.
All right,
on the pod, we're live.
I got a question for you, Ken. This is an important one. Right now in the NFL, how many quarterbacks? Where would you put Jalen Hurts if you're ranking quarterbacks? How many quarterbacks would you take over Jalen Hurts with his emergence this year? With him getting better every year, he's in year 3. He's 24 years old. He's an MVP candidate in the first 3 weeks of the season. Finally got wide receivers. Who are you putting over Jalen Hurts?
Who am I putting over Jalen Hurts? Yo, this question was asked me at the beginning of last offseason, bro. I probably would have named about like maybe 15 to 20 people. But as of this moment right now, bro, I don't know how many heads I can name. Let me think. Like, because I remember this was an argument I had with a couple of my buddies. I said like in the offseason and like in last year a little bit. I was like, who would you rather have, Derek Carr or Jalen Hurts?
It's not a question anymore, but at the time,
it seemed correct, right? You would say, maybe Derek Carr. Yeah. A bit of that. He got a little bit of that sling.
Yeah, so, I've kind of come to the realization that having a quarterback like Kirk Cousins or David Carr is the worst, or Derek Carr is the worst thing that you can have, because it makes it so that your team is good enough to not move on from the quarterback, but you're never going to win a Super Bowl with those guys. Exactly
where the Sixers were when they started the process. You're good enough to make it to the playoffs, but you're not making it to the finals, bro. You got to fucking break it down to build it back up. You know what I mean? And that's what these teams haven't realized yet. And I think that this is like, I'm so happy that we've gotten to the point here with Jalen Hurts. And I appreciate seeing a Philly sports star finally working for their organization again, working for the fans, getting better. You can see the progression from what was that, his 3rd or 4th year, or his second?
He's in his 3rd year. He was only
in his 3rd year. So from his 2nd to his 3rd year, bro, he's already made a leap. We're not even that deep into the season yet. I don't want to, knock on some wood. He keeps it up, but the improvement from one year to the next, bro, is you can already see it. You can see how the team has improved around him, which makes him better, which gives him more options. Shout out my man. Shout out my brother Howie Roseman, bro. Tep does. Shout out. He's finally realized that like the only way you can show people how much you believe in your quarterback is if you give him the tools to be able to work like that.
That's right.
I mean? Like having shitty wide receivers is not how you have a good quarterback, especially when the quarterback is up to question. Like, everyone's like, oh, everybody's talking about, oh, is he the franchise? He's the franchise. We're not going to know if he's the franchise unless you give him the tools to be the franchise. Exactly. And that's why like teams like the Giants are going to be stuck fucking getting number 1 overall picks for the next decade because they waited too long to decide if Danny Dimes wasn't the guy or not. When in reality, we knew like 3 years ago he wasn't going to be the guy. Or I mean, honestly, we knew the second he was drafted he wasn't going to be the guy. They didn't do a damn thing to help him. So to see the Birds helping their guy and also their guy getting better and doing what he needs to do to get better is like that factor alone makes Jalen Hurts better than at least 75% of the quarterbacks in the NFL. Real shit. I mean,
most quarterbacks are middling to bad. I would say there's like a handful that I would consider elite. I think the elite ones are like Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. even the guys that are look, I'll forever respect Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson for what they did, but I think it's safe to say that they're all past their prime now. I mean,
there was that little rumor. I remember I kind of I hopped on the wave a little bit because I had Russell Wilson in fantasy a couple of times, and he was really good.
Yeah,
he was really good weeks 1 through 8, bro. And I thought maybe I was saying about the quarterback coach earlier. I was like, maybe if Philly got him, we could change him, we could fix him, bro. You know what I mean? Maybe we can get him to stop. I don't know what happens, but turning it off for the second half of the year. Maybe he'll realize he can actually get it done here or something. But seeing how it's gone in Broncos country, let's ride. In his whole experiment there. What are they're 2-1 right now?
They're 2-1, but their point differential is bad.
It's
they look like shit.
No, that's a shitty 2-1. That's a really sad 2-1. So I'm really glad we didn't go try and get Russell. I don't know what we would have had to trade for that.
Well, I'll tell you right now, we would have had to trade the first round pick that we traded for AJ Brown and the first round pick that we used to get Jordan Davis and the pick that we used to trade up to get Jordan Davis.
Damn, we made the exact moves we needed to make then. Yeah, we are on the correct timeline, my brother, bro.
Hurts is better than Russell Wilson right now. Hurts has been better than Russell Wilson this season. I think that moving forward, I'd rather have Jalen Hurts than Russell Wilson.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Have to give up anything
100%.
to get him.
If you say otherwise, bro, you're stuck in 2017, bro. They don't even know what the fuck you're on, bro. You're smoking some kind of crazy ass shit, bro. You're smoking some Camden Buddha if you think Russell Wilson is a better quarterback right now than Jalen Hurts, bro. I'm sorry. Just and the craziest part is I love that whole the Broncos really thought they could just go quarterback, rent a quarterback for a year, and then we're gonna finally get our guy, and it's it's Russell, let's do this. Broncos country, let's ride, and they fucking suck again, bro. John Elway needs to just stop, bro. Please, just draft the quarterback, bro. Just draft the quarterback, man. And they signed him to what? 7 years? He's gonna be there till he's 37?
Yeah, they signed that massive contract. Yeah, they gave him over 200 million, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Before he even played a game.
This is gonna be an extreme ass take, but Russell's looking like Peyton Manning did in his last year, looking like they're gonna need a defense to carry them. And is their defense even that good? I don't know.
Their defense is pretty good, but I mean, I would not feel good about how Russell Wilson has looked in his first 3 games. I'll tell you that much. He's
exactly. And so my bad to get
can't score.
We can stop talking about these Broncos country. Let's ride. Screw those Bulls. Freaking go Birds. Let's fly. You feel me?
Hurts.
But I think, so I think
top 5 quarterback, top 7 quarterback, top 8 quarterback, top 10. Where are we at?
Here's my question. Here's my question for you, bro, because this is our first time talking. This is another one of those questions I would pose to my friends. At this moment right now, who would you rather have moving forward into the future? Jalen Hurts or Joe Burrow? And I know and to be honest, last year that fucking question would have sounded preposterous, bro. But right now, at this moment, you know what I'm saying?
It's closer, but Burrow's been to a Super Bowl already. He's performed in the playoffs, which we know is important. His wide receivers were incredible last year as supporting course. His offensive line is still very bad, and it was bad last year.
Atrocious.
So if you put Joe Burrow on the Eagles, I think we're talking a little bit different about him. So I'd probably take Joe Burrow moving forward, but I also think that Hurts is probably just a tier below Burrow right now. I would say, I think in the NFL, you need a top 12 quarterback to win, a guy who can play like a top 12 quarterback. And I would solidly say that Jalen Hurts is a top 12 quarterback and could be even higher. He gets better every year. He works really hard. Quarterbacks usually don't hit their prime until their mid to late 20s. And this is his first year where he's had weapons. He's gotten better every year since high school. 7 years in a row, people have said he's gotten better, and he was basically a glorified running back that could throw a little bit when he got to Alabama, and now he's a legit
running the rock that type thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I think this is something we all know. Like we were saying earlier, Philly sports fans, we need that guy who has that fucking dog in him, bro. And I know Joe Burrow's got that dog in him, bro. But I think that this year is where Jalen feels really comfortable in who he is, how he plays his game. And I think we're going to see that hungry dog run. You know what I'm saying? And how fast is that hungry dog? I don't quite know yet, but it's looking like he's going to get to that fucking rabbit or whatever the hell we're running after. You know what I'm saying, bro? Let's get that motherfucker. So,
first quarterback in NFL history through 3 weeks to have 950 passing yards and 150 rushing yards. So has the least amount of turnover worthy plays in the NFL so far this year.
Eagles breaking records, bro, doing shit that's never been done before. We fucking do that shit. Shout out Bird. Shout out Hurts. I think. So obviously, I think we would both take Lamar Jackson over Hurts, though. Right?
I would go Lamar. The guys that I'm definitely taking over Hurts right now are Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, like 100%. Like I'm locked in on those three as like those are like top tier in my opinion. Guys that I'd leaned like Herbert, Burrow, whatever. But then I think you get down to that next tier, like when you talk about like just moving forward, because obviously historically Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers are much better than Jalen Hurts. But if you're talking about moving forward, I think I would put him in a similar tier because you're going to get the prime years of his career and you're going to get tops with, I mean, Brady's a robot. Who knows? Maybe he'll play till he's 50. But with Brady and Rodgers,
bro, who knows? Who knows?
You never know what you're going to get with Brady and Rodgers. But like, I'd probably put Hurts somewhere in that like 8 to 12 range in terms of quarterbacks. And I think that his ceiling is like a fringe top 5 quarterback. And that's really all you need. Like, I think like I'd put him in the same tier as like guys who have already performed like Dak and guys who have already like been winners in the NFL. And that's a high praise for a 24-year-old in his third year. That was a 2nd round pick not too long ago. So
to quote one of my favorite TikTok sounds, it's not ridiculous to say that. It's not ridiculous to say that because real shit. That was honestly the greatest take I think I heard.
Thank you, sir.
Because there it is too. Who am I taking? Dak Prescott or Jalen Hurts? I think I'm taking Jalen Hurts, bro. I'm sorry, like because.
All right, cool. So this is very important. Eagles record prediction, where they finish in the division, and how far they go in the playoffs.
So real quick, it's 7 teams in the playoffs, right?
7 teams in the playoffs. You get because now they added the extra wild card team, and then the only team that gets the first round bye is the 1 seed.
Okay. Yeah, right. Okay. Hold on a sec. Let me look this up.
Keep in mind, the Eagles are the only team in the NFL to be favored in every single game moving forward.
Oh, for real?
They have the easiest. They have the easiest schedule remaining in the NFL, I think.
Okay, that's wild. I didn't even know that. Okay, so this is a good segue as well. We think Dougie P comes in and gets his revenge game, or are we stomping him out like we just did Wentz? Because
I don't know. Are we booing him or are we cheering him?
Okay, real quick. I want to say this to all my Philly sports fans out there. Real quick, bro. Philly, we've done this before. We're a classy city. We're not like Seattle, who fucking a quarterback who won them a fucking Super Bowl is getting booed. That is so classless that I can't believe that. Like McNabb didn't win a thing for us, but when he came back, we cheered for him. But then when the game started, what we do? We fucking booed, bro. And that's how you do it. That's how you receive legends, bro. They deserve that respect, especially Dougie P, who won us our first Super Bowl, bro. So if I hear anyone booing, I'm gonna be looking at you real sideways. I promise, bro.
Preach.
Because here's the thing. I put this on a comment on Instagram. Someone was like, "Oh, how are you gonna boo the coach?" I'm gonna be booing the team, bro. I'm gonna be booing the team when they're on the field because we hate the Jaguars, but we like Dougie P. But we hate the Jaguars.
Agreed.
Shout out James Robinson though. I love that man. Great fantasy running back.
There we go. Yeah. That's all that matters.
Hoping he scores one time and then they let ETA get fucking destroyed by our defense. But yes, so we got I hope people realize like, yo, we're gonna cheer for him when he comes on the field. I bet the Eagles are gonna have some like real sappy Philly ass thing on the jumbotron, tribute. And I'm gonna be in the stands fucking crying, again drinking my beer like, oh my god, I remember the good old days. But and then right after that, I'm fucking booing, you know. So let them know. But.
So we got to get back to your prediction. You're on the hot seat right now. We need the prediction.
My fault. I'm on. No, you're good. I'm on 3 tangents at once. So I'm thinking, okay, the Jaguars look good last week, but I don't think they're gonna replicate that against us. We're not the fucking Chargers. We're not. This isn't LA. This is Philly. So I think it's gonna be a hard fall game. That Jacksonville team's gonna really want to play for Dougie P. But I think the Birds want to play for Sirianni a little more. You know what I'm saying? That. We're just a little more hungry. I don't know. The Jags, they're what's it? Their standard for success is a lot lower than ours, if that makes sense. So to meet the bar, you know, they'll climax and then we'll we'll be bird chanting the rest of the day. The Cardinals game, that's in Arizona. I think we get that. Easy dub. D-Hop's not back, right?
No, he is not. He's still suspended.
Okay, yeah. He's suspended. I think it's week 7, right? So
for using Adderall or some shit?
Crazy. It's crazy what they did to that man, low key, and it's totally destroyed that Cardinals offense. They really need D-Hop. They're struggling without him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm excited because I have him in like 3 fantasy leagues. Got him in like the 8th round. So you got like wide receiver 1 coming in week 7. So we're gonna see how all that goes. But yeah, I think that's an easy dub. Cardinals when we play us kind of hard. I don't know. I gotta look at the history of that, but. Yeah, fuck the Cardinals. We'll be chilling. And then we got Dallas. October 16th, bro. 8 o'clock. That's going to be crazy. Dak's going to be back? Probably not, right?
Maybe. They said that he could be. They said he could be back as early as next week. But with the way Cooper Rush is looking right now, I'm not too mad at Dak coming back. Because
bro. I don't know. I think obviously I think the Birds got that game in the bag, but Dallas is playing us hard. I think we're on a losing streak to Dallas right now. So it would really be nice to win one in Philly and be like, yeah, fuck Dallas for the one time. Yeah, Birds got that game. So what's that? Well, we're 6-0 right now. We've been okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Steelers game, day before Halloween. That tailgate's gonna be great, by the way. So everybody, make sure to get ready for that one. Hey, you better wear a Halloween costume, bro, or you're a bum. Steelers. I'm pretty sure the Steelers always play the Eagles tough. That's that PA rivalry. Are they gonna be playing Kenny Pickett by then?
Probably, yeah. I mean, Mitchell Trubisky looks terrible.
Yeah, Mitch is Mitch, bro. We know who Mitch is. So. Will this be Kenny Pickett's first week playing as the starter? You think, or you think let's say the week prior?
Yeah, I would say by the time we play them, Kenny Pickett will definitely be playing.
Okay, then I think the Kenny Pickett shit was hyped from college, so I can't really say. I can imagine someone clipping this one day and being like, "Oh yeah, you're a bum." Oh, yo, come back later, yo. But yeah, I don't know. I think Kenny Pickett, he could be their guy. He got small hands. He needs to wear gloves. Who else wears gloves? Teddy Bridgewater. He could have been that guy, but he never really was, right? So we know what's
kind of mid.
Yeah, I think the Birds put that. I hope we fucking bury.
Just by the way, our record all time versus the Steelers, 48, 29, and 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The Eagles have owned the Steelers.
Okay, so we own the Steelers then. Okay, yeah, and there it is too. Is that all these Pittsburgh fans, bro? You're only still a Steelers fan because of the Eagles, bro. The Steagles. We remember the history. We know what happened after World War II.
There we go.
Exactly. Yeah. It was the Steagles, but you were in Philly, bro. So remember that. Humble yourselves. All right, then we got the Texans. That's a dub. But low key, I can see that being a trap game between playing the Commanders again, because that's a divisional game, especially coming off 2 hard-fought games against Steelers and Cowboys. So I could see us maybe losing that low-key, just like random, like, oh, we just lost.
Of course the Eagles would lose that game.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. That's the most Eagles shit I could think of. Like, oh, we're fucking, what would that have been? 9-0, and we lose to the Texans, bro. That's okay, though. Because then that overreaction Monday is going to be crazy, and it's going to refight the fire within us, and then we shit on the Commanders again, and then we play the Colts, play Frank Wright. Matt Ryan is not the answer in Indianapolis.
Wash.
I'm looking at all these games. I didn't even realize, like, yeah, we could win a lot of these games.
That's what I'm saying.
Holy shit. Like, because we could beat the Texans, but, like, I could see us losing that one, too. I don't know. And then the Colts, I could see us beating the Colts easy, but I could also see us, like, losing that game random. I don't know. So I think dub again, or well, if you're keeping the list, we'll do L against the Texans. We'll do dub against the Colts, dub against the Commanders. Who was after that? Okay, the Packers. That's in Philly, November 27th. What's that? That's an 8 o'clock game. Oh. How recently will Aaron Rodgers have done?
Is that Thanksgiving?
Because when he's on his, is that Thanksgiving? That is. Oh,
wait. What'd you say about Aaron Rodgers?
The peyote, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to use that word. Actually, apologize.
No, you're good. You're chilling.
Whatever that drug
DMT?
is, you know what I'm talking about?
Ayahuasca?
Yeah. Ayahuasca. Yeah. Hold on, is November 27th a Thursday?
Is he going to South America between now and then? Can we look at his flight schedule?
Yeah, so the 27th is it's the following Sunday, so it's like Thanksgiving weekend kinda. Okay. That Packers defense was looking good against the Buccaneers, bro. But the Buccaneers, they were missing so many pieces, bro. Like Mike Evans, I could equate him to like AJ Brown. You know what I'm saying? And then Godwin with like Smith. So I could totally see the Birds winning that game, bro. Fuck Aaron Rodgers, bro. We love Aaron Rodgers because he's on that Joe Rogan, that shout out Pat McAfee, all that. But yeah, bro. Yeah, I think the Birds got that one in the bag too, man. Dude, I didn't even realize what my
All right, so there are 6 games left, and let's run through them. There's the Titans, the Giants, the Bears, the Cowboys, the Saints, and the Giants again. So right now we only have them at 1 loss, right? And it's to the Texans, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
All right, so you're telling me between those last 6 games, Titans, Giants, Bears, Giants and Bears are pretty bad. The Cowboys are all right. The Titans are pretty bad this year. The Saints are a mixed bag, but have not looked great to start the year. So what are you feeling? 3 losses on the season? 14 and 3?
That's crazy. 3 losses on the season, dude. Oh, I didn't even think. Are we that good? I feel like we are. But I feel like, because here's the thing too. Here's the thing we got to remember, Philly, is that we are still like a young team. Like we went from being like a really old team to like being a young team again. We still have like old veteran guys on the squad, so they can like help with all that. But young quarterbacks still, a lot of new pieces coming to mesh together. So I feel like there's gonna be there might be like 1 to 2 to 3 of these games that we say like are dubs that we might lose just because it's just like random chance. Maybe miss a field goal. It's a little windy out. Wentz had the shits before the beginning of the game, So I think, I imagine I could see us, the most losses I see the Eagles potentially having is maybe 6, but I could see us having as little as 2 or 3 too.
Okay. So let's say 4. Let's split the difference and say we'll go 13 and 4.
13 and 4. Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, I think that sounds like about right.
That's probably good enough to win the NFC in the way that the NFC is kind of. Everyone's beating the shit out of each other right now. We're the only undefeated team left. There are a lot of 2-1s, a lot of 1-2s. There's going to be a lot of parity this year. I think there's always parity in the NFL, but I think there's going to be more so this year. So we got 13 and 4, number 1 seed, first round bye in the first round. Do they go to the Super Bowl? Do they win the Super Bowl? What's your temperature check on that, Ken?
All depends on how or what wild card teams lose. So if we get like the lower seed, we'll get the lowest seed, right?
Right, we would get the lowest. I would re-rank, and then we would get the lowest seed.
It all depends on who that team is and what kind of energy they have, because that's some Bengals ass shit to be, again, come into the number 1 seed's house and beat us. That would fucking suck, because that's what happened to the Titans last year. Oh man. So I think I could totally see the Birds winning a playoff game this year, making it to the NFC Championship game. Do we win that game? I'm going to let fate and the universe decide that for me, bro. I didn't want to put any type of energy out there quite yet. But I do believe in the Birds. I do believe in Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts isn't some scrub D2 fucking quarterback. He's won national championships with Bama. He's come back in games with Bama. So I do believe in Hurts. I do believe in the Birds. I'm not about to be the Philly fan saying we're going to the Super Bowl in week 3, but I'm very optimistic for the rest of the season.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
So I'm excited for all these tailgates. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
All right. So last thing on the Eagles before we move on from this. Jalen Hurts, where does he rank at the end of the year when we're talking MVP here? Are we saying it's Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and him are the 3 guys right now, and then when we get to the end of the year, he's finishing in that top 3? Is he winning it? What's going on with that?
If the Ravens don't have if the Ravens can be like a couple games above 500, I think they're going to give it to Lamar, and they're going to give it to Lamar for a couple reasons. 1, he's already won it, so it's he's been this guy. 2, depending on how his stats this year compared to that year he won it, he actually might deserve it. And then 3, I think the Ravens are really playing with Lamar's emotions. They're not really like they're tickling his balls. They're like, oh yeah, you want a contract? You're not gonna get as big as one as Deshaun Watson. And he's like, but I didn't I've done everything you've wanted me to do. I've literally been an MVP already. Deshaun was out here fondling women and he got 250 million guaranteed. I'm only getting 180 million guaranteed. Get the fuck out of here. So I have respect for him. And I think that's part of the reason Lamar is balling is that he has to force the Ravens' hand. So and I think if they don't give him a contract extension, he really might just fuck around and get the MVP again to really play their hand. And I think the NFL media kind of wants that to be a thing because they love be more. They got to put on for the Ravens. They've been doing that for decades now. They don't want to ever see Philly winning. You feel me? So if it was between Lamar and Hurts and they had similar status seasons and the Eagles have a couple more games, maybe he could win it over Lamar. But sports media bias out there against Philly. I don't think we'd be able to win it. I don't think Hurts would be able to win it unless he was like absolutely balling, like out of his mind balling.
Right.
Because like I said earlier, the sports media right now, they love Buffalo, the Bills Mafia. Yeah, we love Josh Allen, all that. I don't know what all that is, but again, it's just obviously hate towards Philly. So
of course, subtly.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I could see Hurts actually finishing top 5 in votes. But it would be like 4th or 5th, you know what I'm saying? Because all the sports media people, they're like, oh, Hurts, he can't throw the deep ball. And then we're going to be sitting here like, he's been throwing the deep ball all fucking season. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, bro?
Stay woke. It's this.
Exactly. They make us feel like conspiracy theorists, but we're like, bro, I'm watching. Are you watching the same game I am? I know I have glasses on, but I'm still seeing.
Feel like fucking Alex Jones over here. All right.
Yeah, actually, and that's and the craziest thing is I'm not even saying anything that's all that wild, bro. Real shit. So let him know. But yeah, right. I think the Eagles gonna have a great season. I think Hurts is gonna have a great season. Let's hope again knock on some wood, all my Philly brothers out there. And
praise up.
Yeah, praise up. All
right. So this is a Sixers podcast. So let's touch on 3 things for the Sixers here.
Oh, hold on real quick.
Got
you, bro. We're Philly fans.
There we go.
Let me read them Sixers, baby. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. Yes, sir.
Let's get it. I love it. He's got uniforms for everything, folks.
Right. Yes, sir.
So we're gonna do a little Sixers vibe check here. 3 real quick questions. Best vibes on the Sixers right now. Like best vibes, like which player has the best vibes on the Sixers? So
best vibes on the Sixers?
Best vibes, best player. I know you named a guy to be pre-podcast that you're a fan of. I know you got some guys on the team. So who's got the best vibes of everyone on the team?
So real quick, right now, who's really eating it up in Philly? Yo, shout out my man James Harden, bro. I hope he's embracing that Philly. I hope he embraces a little bit of like a villainy arc this year. And we saw that. We saw Slay giving him the interception ball in the end zone at the Vikings game. That shit was cool as hell. So I love to see that inner city like mingling amongst the sports teams. You know what I'm saying? Even though they are technically competing for like people's attention, we're Philly sports fans. We're paying attention to everything all at once. You know what I mean? So I love seeing the Sixers supporting the Eagles and vice versa. Obviously, we love James Harden. We hope he's fucking slicing and dicing with the beard all season. You know what I'm saying? I think personally, my favorite Sixer is Thibault. I love Matisse, bro. Mr. Photography. He's got that one mural outside that one bar in Philly. That's just pretty cool.
I'm shocked by that.
When I play basketball, when I play basketball growing up. Yeah. So when I played basketball growing up, when you're shit at basketball, what do? You play defense. So obviously I've evolved my offensive game, but I like to call myself the white Tony Allen. You feel me? I'm giving everybody trouble. Your best player's only scoring maybe 5 on me. I'm sorry. We can talk about that later though. But yeah, I love defensive stoppers. I appreciate that the attitude that he brings, and I hope, and I'm really glad that in all the moves that we've made, we've been able to keep him. Because what the Sixers do is that to fill one hole, they create a smaller one. So right. Okay, we got James Harden, right? Oh, but we don't have a backup center now. We can kind of deal with that. But then when it comes playoff time and we need that backup center who's giving us some solid minutes, he's not there. And like, because remember when Dwight Howard was giving us solid ass minutes a few years ago? That was lit. But what was our problem then? We didn't have a shooter. We didn't have closers. So you know what I'm saying. So what we had to do, we had to sacrifice. And it's just like every time the Sixers try to make a move and do some shit, they create another problem that like down the line is like a big deal, and then we got to do something drastic and they create another hole. So keeping like being able to keep like Thibault, keeping Shake, Furkan's still on the team, right?
He's still on the
Korkmaz?
team. Yeah, he's still around. He's
He didn't
the
get
longest,
traded, right?
longest
He's
tenured
still on the
Sixer
team. Yeah,
other
it's
than
wild
Embiid.
that we've been able to keep those. Like, that's a crazy stat. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
That's a
2016.
crazy stat. That's wild. Hey, TTP, bro, trust the process. Damn, that's what I'm saying. Like I can't. And by the way, he should have got traded in. I think it was 2017, and we should have kept. What was that Bull's name that we traded to the Shamet? Remember Shamet?
Shamit?
What was it? It's like Landry Shamet, something like that.
Yeah, Landry Shamit.
Shamit, that's what it is. Shamit, yes. Remember Shamit? Remember
Yeah,
Shamit went on a little. He went on a little bit of a run. I don't know how. I'm pretty sure he's like a real like bench warmer role player now.
Yeah,
I kind of wish he stayed around so we could have given him that Philly attitude. Yeah, he's mid now. Back then, I felt like he was going to be better than Korkmaz, but I guess Korkmaz is still on the team, so shout out to him for that. But yeah, but I love Thibault. I'm so glad we've been able to keep him because there it was too. Is that we like obviously fuck Ben Simmons. I've been waiting to say this. Fuck Ben Simmons, bro. I don't know if he watches your podcast, but bro, on us, bro. You passed the ball up, bro. I can't believe that, bro. I was there for that game. I work security at the Wells Fargo Center. I was there for that game. They literally sent me home early because I was getting so pissed off. Sitting it like they were like, yo, bro, are you like watching the game? Or are you at work right now? And I was like, bro, I'm doing both. And they were like, yeah, nah, you gotta go. And I was watching in the tunnel as we lost that game, bro, to Atlanta. Like what? Like,
I feel you. It
dude.
was it made me feel like the Joker.
This man, literally, this man Ben Simmons is trying to come out here talking shit. Oh, I guess your mental health's good now, bro. Good for you, dude. Like I hope you're feeling better, dude. I hope your feelings are better, dude. Because freaking Ben Simmons out here just absolutely breaking our hearts, spitting in our face. Like the second he passed that ball up, bro, it was over for him, bro. And I'm so glad we were able to get him the fuck out of here. And we got James Harden in return, bro. So shout out Sixers main office for doing that because then this is the point I was gonna say is that, bro, Ben Simmons was all of our favorite players at one point. I don't know what happened to this man, dude. Like we gave him so much time. We like literally we were like, bro, we support you. We were holding your hand through the whole thing. Though even while Doc Rivers was here, you're not shooting threes. You're still one of the best defenders in the league. You're still a great ball handler. You're still like driving, getting dunks, being aggressive. You know, a good little 1-2 with Embiid, even though you can't shoot for shit. We rooted for you the whole time, bro. We would have died for you, Ben, but you wouldn't have died for us, and that's the problem, bro. So, fucking
Love it.
Ben Simmons, bro. And real quick too, just because I was saying shit on Carson Wentz earlier, is that the hate for Carson Wentz cannot be anywhere near as equal for Ben Simmons, because Carson Wentz gave his body for the team, gave his body for the city. You know what I mean? He actually went out there and tried his hardest, and that's all we ever asked for. Did he end up kind of sucking? Yeah, but that's kind of just what happens. Ben Simmons didn't do shit for us and ended up sucking. So fuck Ben Simmons, bro. And if I ever catch him in Philly, bro, he's getting the meanest drop kick to the back. That is a joke. But if I see him, just know, I'm gonna say some shit, bro. I'm gonna say some shit because goddamn, I hate Ben Simmons. But see, and then okay, my fault. I'm on a tangent.
No, you're good.
The point of all that was trading Ben Simmons last year. We kind of lost our first or second best defender, only behind maybe Embiid, but Embiid's not a perimeter defender like that, you know, like Ben Simmons is. So if we would have traded Thibault as well, it's like, oh, dude, there goes like two of our best defenders on the squad. Like, who's good? Like, because freaking Thibault was clamping up Curry last year. I'm not sure you remember that game. He went like, 3 for 15 or something like that? Yeah. So, yeah, we love Thibault. Shout out my man Thibault, bro. Philly, low-key Philly legend. I'll never forget that. And just the name Thibault, like, yo, you're in Philly. Yeah, we some bulls in Philly. You know what I mean? Like that's Thigh Bull. You know. So yeah, shout out. That's the Sixers vibe. Yes.
First off, the people that listen to this podcast are absolutely gonna love this segment. I'll just leave it at that. I will leave it at that. And I just need, before we get out of here, I have a few other things. Predictions for the Sixers season. They added PJ Tucker. They added DeAnthony Melton. They added Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl
Harrell, I think, is going to be one of the greatest pickups we have seen. We're hoping he has the same effect Dwight Howard has, so that we have solid center power forward minutes. But like when Embiid's off the floor, if you know what I'm saying. And I also think that PJ Tucker and Montrez have that fucking attitude. Like that may not like Jimmy Butler effect, but I hope that Embiid can see that these guys have the attitude and he gets that same type of attitude. Because when Embiid's a fucking hungry dog and he's hunting after some fucking lions like he should be, he's unstoppable. He's the best center in the league. But when he's kind of just like doing his like, oh, I'm I'm a troll, all this, we love Embiid for that stuff too. But he needs to get more into his like Shaq era, and I mean like LA Shaq. Like he's been like Magic Shaq for too long now. Like all the funny, I'm athletic. I do all these things. I put up these numbers. Like I need you to just get in there and start fucking dominating, bro. Because people out here really think, oh, what's his name? Nikolc Jokic is a better center because he can pass the ball, bro. That's the only thing he's better than Embiid at. Nikolc Jokic or whatever his freaking name is, he's not a better defender than Embiid. He might have a little better three, all right, but overall center, like post up, like big body in the paint. Embiid's working him. I'm sorry, Embiid's working him. That's just what's gonna happen. So I had to put that out there because all these bulls out here saying all these Colorado, Denver Nugget fans talking all this shit. I'm like, you don't even know basketball, bro. When you shoot a basketball, it doesn't even go through the air correctly. You feel me, bro? You feel me? So they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. But yeah, so
yes. Oh my God, this is perfect.
So,
I'm telling you, this section is going to be the favorite of the podcast for many people. I guarantee you that.
Philly sports, bro. We love Philly sports. We're Philly sports bulls. Shout out. So I think, how did the Sixers do overall in the season? How many? There's 82. There's still 82 games.
82
right?
games. 82 games. We got 82 games. They haven't been past the second round yet, but. Is this the year they get to the Eastern Conference Finals? I think regular season-wise, they're going to be really good. They got a deep team.
The vibe for me, for the Sixers, I'm looking at what I feel is a high 40s, like potentially high 50s win team. I can totally see them going like 52-30, or like, what would that math be?
Yeah, no, you're right. 52-30.
57, 28, whatever that math. I don't know. The quick math. Yeah, I can see. I see a 50. I see a 50 win team. But what we need to do is we need Doc Rivers to stop liking fucking porn on Twitter. He needs to stop riding off this 08 Celtics title. He needs to break the curse. We need to break the cycle. And this is to everyone in Philly, actually. We need to break the curse. The timeline is off, fellas. Everyone out there has to do some shit they haven't done before. That's me right now. We're doing things that we have to break the cycle, because we've had too many cursed individuals on this team to fuck the process up, bro. Sam Hinkie did not die for our sins for nothing. You know what I'm saying, bro? He didn't die for nothing, bro. Obviously, he's not dead. Shout out our guy. But real shit. Like, I'm still trusting the process. I'm still all in. I'm hoping this is the season Embiid is like, yo, I'm good enough to be the MVP, but I gotta want it. And not just want it, it's mine already. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you like? You know what I'm saying? Like, just have that attitude, bro. Again, I know he does, and I know he does a lot. But if he can just get back somewhere, if he can just get that Jimmy Butler mentality, and then kind of give a little bit of that to James Harden too, we're going to be chilling, bro. We're going to be chilling. And Doc Rivers got to stop fucking benching the starters with like 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And our 20-point lead can be like fucking 8 or 9 points all of a sudden with 5 minutes left. And then you put the starters back in cold, and now we're losing. And now tomatoes on their side. Like, Doc Rivers, just leave the starters in for 1 more minute. Let it go up to 30, 40 points lead, and then let the backups in, because I don't know what Doc Rivers is, but I've seen that like multiple occasions with this man Doc Rivers. And I just don't know how he hasn't figured it out, and how not enough Philly sports fans are calling him out on that shit, because that's exactly what happened in that Atlanta game, bro. So if we can just keep the starters in till about like 5 minutes left in the game, Doc, and we're up by 30, I think we'll be good. I think we can win 60 games if we do that. But that's all up to Doc. He's got to keep these rotations going good.
You just got to make sure Embiid doesn't.
And also, I didn't even say anything about Maxey. I think Maxey takes.
I was gonna say, how have you not said anything about Maxey?
Exactly. I think we're. Bro, yeah, my fault. I'm just so focused in on Embiid and Harden right now. I think. See, and this is another thing. Is that the Sixers they've done an all right job of surrounding Embiid with the pieces, but it's because he had Ben Simmons, who was that one fucking dude. The other role players weren't as good. So I'm hoping this year we have like a good amount of role players because these guys are the guys that like take a little bit of the load off of our star guys so that Embiid can go drop 30, 16, 4, 3 blocks, 2 steals, 1 turnover, 80% from the free throw, 40% from 3. You feel me? Because instead of having to go get 40 or get 50, Embiid can just do what he just does naturally, and then everybody else can play their roles as well, and then we'll be chilling. Because it's when Embiid tries to do too much that we start to lose, and then he starts to get hurt. So you need those guys to like step up and do their thing. Because if they're not doing their fucking thing, Embiid's doing things that aren't his thing, or like because Embiid's good at everything,
of course,
but the things that he's like not the greatest at, he has to start doing, and that's when like. Oh my God, how do you like break your face twice? Like I get it, like elbows are thrown in basketball, but you're like 7'2", bro. Who's even reaching you, dude? Like, holy shit. Like how high are these elbows now? They're getting caught in the eyes, like crazy. And that's because he's getting in positions that he doesn't need to be in. Like, yo, just go in the post, go wait in the corner every once in a while, pick and roll, easy money. Like, that's all you need to do.
All right, Joel. You heard the plan from Ken.
You know what I'm saying?
You got it. We got an MVP title.
Substitute properly. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Shout out Embiid. I heard someone say that Embiid follows you, bro. But just know we love you, bro. You're the heart of the city, bro. Keep that shit up. Don't ever let anyone doubt you, bro. You're the fucking guy, bro. Shout out, bro.
It's true. Embiid does follow me on Twitter, so if he does.
And real quick, I didn't even say what I was about to say, but
okay.
Hey, shout out, go Sixers, baby. But I think Maxey makes a huge step this season, and especially with him learning under James Harden. I appreciate James Harden taking up that role, taking up that like that old head leadership because Harden sees what he can do in Philly and he knows that he can win here, bro. And I think like now is the time, but yo, it's Embiid's time, it's our time. Like we've been fucking waiting for this. The process has been processing for too long. We need to make a fucking run right now, bro. I think the East is up for taking, bro. I don't fear the Heat. I don't fear the Bucks. They're good. They're 2 good teams, but I believe in our squad. I believe in Embiid. I know Embiid's going to get that shit the fuck done. And I think Maxey can get it the fuck done. I think James can get it the fuck done. We're hoping Doc can get it done. I don't know, bro. Stop liking porn on Twitter, Doc. Come on, bro. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? But I hope that was a hack because I know he's a good man of God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But what are you feeling for this season? Like, are you looking like 50 wins or like where are you at and all that?
I'm mid 50s
because you're the guy that will actually know. So I'm actually trying to like gauge some information.
I think they'll win like 55 to 57 games. I think that they'll be one of the best. I think they'll be like a 1 or a 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. I think that the team's really deep. I think it's the best team 1 through 15 since Embiid has been here. I think that Maxey's everything you said was pretty accurate. I mean, Maxey's bound to take a step. I think Harden has a bounce back. I think the role players are exactly what they need. Right. Yeah, I think they're going to be really good. So I'm very excited for this season. Playoffs is a different question. We'll see if they can get past the second round. I'm still skeptical, but we'll get to that at some point. We'll see how they look first before we make any major predictions on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's way in the future, bro. So yeah, we got
not even worried about that. You never know what's going to happen with injuries and weird shit. The season's very long and whatever. All right, last thing. Question from the Discord.
And I imagine I will. Okay. Yeah, I got you.
No, you can say one last thing on that quick, if you want.
Real quick, here's what I was gonna say is that I think I'm kind of trying to manifest this as well. I feel like there's another big move in the NBA that has to happen because like that we had the whole KD thing happen and KD was like, oh yeah, I don't want to be traded now like a little bum. Like I can't. KD said I'm not playing here, trade me. They were like, no, okay, I'll play here, but fire the coach, fire the GM. Bull was like, no, and he was like, I guess I'm playing. Like what? Like, and now you're gonna put that kind of mentality with Ben Simmons. Praying for you Nets fans, bro. Good freaking luck, bro. Good freaking, bro. I hope every single one, man. You suck, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's definitely like there's one more move out there that's definitely going to be made. I don't know if it involves the Sixers or not. I don't know. who's the star? Is Dame going to get moved? Is Portland going to finally give up on Dame? I could totally see that happening soon because they already gave up CJ McCollum. The Pelicans think they have it figured out with Zion Williamson. Who knows? So yeah, I don't know. I think there's definitely like one or two really big moves that are going to happen right before the season or like as the season starting. It's going to like change a lot of our perceptions of the league. So we'll have to see. But I'm excited for that move because I love the NBA and I love how fucking crazy it gets. So we'll see what happens.
Okay,
Go
so
Sixers.
last question on this from our Discord, from the You Know Ball Discord, which is filled with huge fans of the Sixers, Eagles, all that stuff. They saw your clip. You said in the clip you're anti-imperialist, anti-monarch, all of it. We loved it. We thought it was hilarious. It was great.
Oh yes, sir.
It's very on brand.
It's the most Philly take you can have, bro. Because bro, it's been like this since 1776, bro. Let them know, bro. Like ever since that day, bro. They know not to fuck with us, bro. Philly's been like that from the beginning.
So the question is, have you ever read the Communist Manifesto or Capital by Karl Marx?
Have I ever read the Communist Manifesto? Not at all the question I thought I was about to be asked on the podcast, bro. That's funny as hell. I actually have not. I have not read the Communist Manifesto, but I do believe in definitely reading a lot of different works, especially of your enemies. Because I'll be honest, I'm not exactly a communist, my brother in Christ.
Got you.
But I think we're gonna get a little political right here, real quick. I think what the communists mess up is that they believe that money stems from greed. Oh no, I'm sorry. That greed stems from money. But in reality, that greed is a fact of human nature, and that no matter whatever the currency or like whatever measurement of power you can have, men will always want more of it, and that's what the communists get wrong.
All right,
and that's why the only
year first
true communist civilization I think you could have is one that's fully Roman Catholic, respectfully. You know.
First off, you're always welcome back on, Ken. I appreciate you making time to come on. I had a great talk with you about the Eagles and the Sixers. I actually have to get out of here, but I appreciate you. You guys can follow Ken on Twitter. He just relaunched his Twitter. Follow him on Instagram. I will be tagging him in all these posts. I'll put his stuff in the description. So go check this out. This will be up on YouTube when we hit 150 Patreon subscribers, which is right around the corner. So thank you, Ken. I really, really appreciate you, bro. I appreciate your time.
Let's go. No, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the chance. I love these kind of conversations. This is literally like what I live for, bro. Philly sports, bro. We love this shit. If I could just real quick give a little shout out to at Enterprise Sports. They were the Bulls that came up and interviewed me at the tailgate. I really appreciate those fellas putting me on. Big things coming, hopefully, bro. So stay tuned. Make sure to follow on Instagram, follow on the Twitter, bro. I don't know. I don't really know anything about Twitter, so I'm trying to learn it. So if anyone's got some keys or anything like that, let me know. I also just want to say out there that I hope fuck 12, fuck the Rams, fuck the Cowboys, fuck the Giants, fuck the Commanders. And go Birds, bro. Go Birds. And love one last thing, Tep does, baby. Rush Tep, baby. Rush all my boys out there. I hope they listen. So, my boy, thank you so much, yo.
Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it, bro.